Hey everybody, I'm Erica Campbell and you're watching MusicXclusives TV.
I've been in the fire so long I can't get burned no more. I thought you was putting out the flame, but it was rain from the storm. That's over my head, making me stressed all day long. Then won't let me rest, it's on my chest, I ain't that strong. I need a lifeline right now. 911 won't do, my back's against the wall now. Done all that I could do. I prayed every prayer, went to every service like I know how. Just a ship without a sail, I'm lost without your help.
You are watching MusicXclusives TV, and today we have a special guest here visiting New York City at B.B.Kings, Miss Erica Campbell, the wife, the mother, the solo artist, going and touring around the world, around the U.S.
Yes.
Promoting Help 2.0. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am well. I'm excited.
Me too.
I'm excited to have you here.
Yeah.
There's so much that I want to talk about and discuss and just go right into it.
Let's jump into it.
Okay, so tell me, do you want to start off easy or hard?
Let's go with the hard stuff.
Okay, let's go with the hard stuff. Well, it seems as though I'm looking at you today. You don't have on your Superman cape, but I know it exists.
Oh, gosh.
And the biggest question is, how do you balance everything that you have going on in your life? First lady, the church, your marriage, children, career.
Yeah.
And so I want to know, how do you prioritize everything? I'm going to give you a list.
Okay.
And I want you to order it.
Okay.
For you.
Absolutely.
Okay. Church, family, marriage, kids, career.
Okay. So first is God.
Okay.
Then is family. Then is church. Then is career. Then everything else.
Wait, so marriage is at the end?
Oh no, marriage is not at the end. Family. Marriage and family is
Okay,
together.
so you keep those
yeah,
together.
Marriage and family is kind of 2 in 1. When I go home, I literally become a full-on mom. Like I had a nanny that said that the job was too much, so she's moving on. So I'm kind of I usually have 2 nannies. I have a weekend nanny and then a weekly nanny. And so one of them said it was time for her to move on, so I was without a nanny. So literally my daughter threw up, I was trying to take a nap, I had to clean up vomit, I was supposed to go to an appointment, so I had to call my assistant Misty and say, you canceled that. I had 2 interviews that I had to cancel because life was pretty overwhelming, but I still had to mentally prepare. I was supposed to do a fitting with Gugu for an outfit that I'm wearing tonight. So she did the measurements according to Stellars, and during Stellars I was very disciplined, and I've had a few burgers since then. So if the clothes are a little snug on tonight, Saints,
It's gonna be fine.
Don't judge me.
Everything's gonna fit. It's gonna
it's
be
because
great.
of the burgers. Not like I was trying to show you my booty.
Oh.
No, but you just take one day at a time. God's grace is what allows me to do every single thing that I do. Without it, I would not do this at all. And it gives me a sense of sanity. When I go home, I don't have to worry about what's happening on the road. And then I have a really, really amazing group of people around me that are not only good at what they do, they're also believers. So they pray for me and they cover me. And it'll be times when they'll go, okay, she's done taking pictures and she's done talking, and okay, we need to get you on. Make sure you eat. Did you eat? Get some rest. So that's the beautiful thing. I know the show doesn't really show that part, but they do. I do know that they truly care about me, and that is really the only way I'm able to do this.
That's amazing, and I'm so glad that you talked about prayer. Now, recently, with everything that's happening in Baltimore, the riots in the city as a result to Freddie Gray's passing.
Yes.
You and your sister Tina implemented a prayer and fasting for Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
Please explain to our viewers who may not know what fasting is and how that correlates with prayer.
Fasting is a discipline where you don't eat, basically. And it allows you to empty your soul so you can kind of hear from God. And it's kind of hard to explain because if you don't have spiritual information, it's going to sound really strange to you. Just like there are good and positive presence, there is a negative presence. And sometimes those two are fighting and colliding. And the only way for us as human individuals to give our angels more authority is to kind of shut our brains down from the busyness of our lives, shut that discipline down, stop the eating, stop everything, and just pray. And so there's a book that I read called Fasting by Jitson Franklin, and I I would definitely suggest that everyone get it. It has been so influential, especially in this past season of, you know, all that's happening in my life. And so I know the power of fasting. I have known the power of fasting. That's how Tina and Teddy made it through what they were, just fasting and prayer and that dedication and that getting connected. Because a lot of times when things are going on, the biggest problem is we don't know what to do. What should I do? Oh my God. And sometimes in our humanness, our response is anger or violence or trying to get revenge. And if you invite God into a situation, you get a God kind of result. So I believe that because we fasted and prayed, there was a different kind of thing that was happening. Well, they were doing whatever they were doing on the ground, protesting, some people helping officers, some people feeling whatever they felt. There was a spiritual battle that was going on. And I wanted to make sure that the angels had more strength than the devils. Bottom line.
I appreciate that, the whole shifting of the atmosphere.
Absolutely.
Now, how do you express to your children, or how do you even have that conversation as far as what's happening, the loss of human life and the loss of Black lives? How do you address that topic at home?
We just teach them who they are. We don't tell them who others are not. So much so we had gone to a restaurant with Krista, and it was a really nice restaurant in Beverly Hills, and she walked up to the host at the desk. We had already put our names in and we were waiting, and Krista said, "Excuse me, are there any brown people here in this restaurant?" And I was like, "Oh, what's happening, what's happening?" And they said, "Oh yes, as a matter of fact, we have a picture of Barack Obama on the wall." She went around the corner to look. She was like, "Okay, we can eat here, Mommy." And I was like, "Wait," because you know, in her mind it's like, if we're not welcome here, I don't want to come here. Some people have a different perspective. I teach my children, we love people, period. Everybody's not going to love us back, and that's okay.
Right.
We won't respond from anger or hate. We love because the Bible said, "For God so loved the world." It didn't say for God so loved Black people or white people or perfect people or Christians or homosexuals or whoever. It says, "For God so loved the world," period.
Right.
That's our job. So we teach them more of that. And they'll have encounters and they'll deal with things that will devastate them. But I believe if I equip them with self-love, with family love, with the love of God, they'll be okay.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to shift gears and we're going straight into Help 2.0.
Yes!
Now, you're performing tonight at B.B.Kings.
I am.
And you already have released singles such as More Love, A Little More Jesus,
Yes.
and Help. And recently, there's this song, I Luh God,
Yes.
that people have taken to the internet and taken to writings and calling it trap gospel.
Yeah.
I didn't know that existed.
I didn't either. I didn't call it that. Just so you know, I never gave it that title.
And then you've had friends such as Kirk Franklin and Neo step forward in defense of your creativity. Do you feel like you have to define your music via, and do you have to box it into a category?
No, not at all. I think as long as the core of the song is still talking about God, which is what I've been singing about for the past 15 years, it's all good. I don't get all discombobulated over music. Just like if someone came in church playing a xylophone or harmonicas, you know what I mean? Or bagpipe or whatever. Like people will be like, wait, what? It just happens to be that this music is very urban. It's not really indicative of what church people think it should be. But y'all already know Jesus. God bless you. Buy whoever you want. Mahalia Jackson is still on sale. If that's your thing, go for it. Buy that. But I believe there's a generation of people that this song will resonate with. And that was really the beep side to my point in doing the song. I just did it just because I wanted to. Just because I'm a urban chick from Inglewood, California, and they always see me pulled up and buttoned up, and she's nice and she's polite. And I was like, well, there's another side of Erica. You guys don't know very well. I'm gonna introduce her to you.
Well, if that's trap gospel, let me just say, take me to the trap house. Because I love that song. I love the bass line of it. And with the album, you've had variety. You have, you know, A Little More Jesus touches on traditional gospel. And I Luh God talks about, you know, you get your urban, you get the bass line. You also have an R&B feel with More Love. What was the whole thought process behind creating the album?
Of course, this album is a part 2 to the first one, and the first Help album was birthed out of pain. actually, what my year was, what my sister's year had been, transition, letting go and moving forward to newness and the unknown a little bit. And so songs like Help or A Little More Jesus or Looking Like I'ma Make It Through This were all songs that I used to kind of pull myself up, because it was like, okay, what is my life now? Mary Mary has been my normal for forever. What is this? And as I was able to see myself through different eyes with the solo project, I said, there's more to do. I want to do this some more, you know? And especially when Tina said, well, I have something to say. I said, well sing on, sister. And, you know, we added more love, and I Luh God, and did some remixes and added some really amazing people on the record. And I just, you know, I want to keep telling people that God is not only our help, He is our hope. He is the answer. He's the way out. He's the way over. He's the way through. And, yeah, I'll just, as long as people keep inviting me, I'll keep opening the door. I'll keep singing.
Well, clearly people are happily receiving your work. Congratulations on your Dove Award.
Thank you.
And on your Billboard Award for 6 weeks at #1.
Ain't God awesome?
How does that feel, winning as a solo artist?
Very, very rewarding. Very rewarding. But I love how God designs stuff. Well, He will lift you, but He'll also allow you to remain humble at the same time. You know, I was really excited about those 4 nominations. And I think if you watch the Mary Mary show, I said 4 nominations about 599 times. And when I was watching, I was saying, if you say it one more time, Erica, I'm going to punch you in your face. So, you know, it's okay.
It doesn't take away from it.
Yes.
There's still nominations. And you walked away with the win.
And that was fine for me. You know, we're human, and so we have our moments. And it's really all about God and what He's allowed me to do. So I was really grateful to be there, especially after having been so many years with my sister.
Right.
And it was a great night. She was able to be there, and Google was there, and my husband was there. So it was amazing.
What is your biggest lesson learned thus far as a solo artist?
That I'm stronger than I thought. You know, there's always been Erica and Tina, and Tina's been the more vocal one, and because her personality is bigger, you know, I'm the big sister, so I don't, you know, let Tina be Tina. I'm cool. So sometimes in interviews as a solo artist, people be like, "Oh, you talk?" Like, or you know, some of the comments that they made about my ability was, you know, hurtful. And I learned that I'm stronger than I thought I was. There's more to me than what people see, more than the white dress, more than being a mom. There's more in my heart to pour out and to share so many more things, life lessons that I've learned about so many things. I actually have an organization called More Than Pretty, and I'm doing an event in LA on May 23rd called More Than Pretty, and it is to have a conversation about Christianity and sexuality. So I'll have some panelists, some people to talk about the single life. Devon Franklin and Megan Good have agreed to be a part of the panel and talk about love and marriage, but we really just want to infuse young women with information and knowledge to kind of combat what it is we see in this world. You know what I mean? We're in the age of social media and all this filter drama that has people trying to compete with unrealistic expectations and who they should be. So I want to address being beautiful, being more than pretty from the inside out, and, you know, giving a God perspective so we get a God result. And it's not only allowed me to do that for myself, but now I want to share it with other people.
May I make a request?
Yes.
For those of us that are in New York and can't make it to LA, because that sounds like a really, really cool panel, can we have a web series or something where we could sit in and tune in and be a part of it too?
Ooh, I guess I'll consider that. It's so funny because my team they kept going More Than Pretty LA, and I was like, why do y'all keep saying that? They was like, because this is gonna go somewhere. I was like, y'all are very ambitious.
Yes, bring it to New York.
And I love you.
I'll be there. Bring it to New York. I'll round up the girls. I'll round up some guys. We'll all be there.
Wonderful. Okay, I'll think about it.
Yes. Okay, well, happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Now, I know that you were busy on your birthday. I saw your Instagram post.
Yes.
She had on 2 different pairs of shoes, y'all. Did you at least get one matching pair?
I'm still devastated. I'm still devastated. And it was like a huge meeting for Mary Mary. I mean, luckily it was the same type of shoes, so they were the same height and they felt the same. That's why I was able to walk out my house with a gray shoe and a black shoe. I'm too busy. I posted a message because my friend Major, who's also an amazing singer, he sent me a message. He was like, "Really, Erica? Seriously? You have got to slow down. Grace for the race."
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, with age comes wisdom.
Yes.
Would you give our viewers some wisdom on the topics of love, faith, and being true to yourself?
I think I can merge them all together. Okay. Being honest and speaking your truth in love and not being afraid, especially in love. Me and my husband have been married 14 years as of this month, May 26th.
Congratulations.
And thank you, but we've been together since 1995, so what's that, 20-something years, 20 years. And we have seen our ups and downs, but because we are committed to friendship, what I've learned about love is we say for better or for worse, and when the worst comes, we throw up the peace sign.
Right.
My husband was actually preaching last Sunday, and he said, "Don't say you love me if you can't love me when I'm unlovable. If you say you love me, that means you love me even when I suck. And your love should help pull me out of certain things." Now, I'm not talking about people who have, taken advantage and clearly have not given their heart to you when you've given your heart to them. But when you know that a person is, in a strange space, sometimes love can really change it. And we don't believe that in today's society. Today it's like, you break my heart, I'm out, on to the next one. And then you find out they're normal too. Whether it's a girl or a guy, they're normal too. Right. And the same issue. And then you're on to the next one. By the time you get finished, you realize, oh, we're all human. And people are going to make mistakes, even me. So I have to have compassion and understanding. You can also apply that in a career. You make choices. People close doors in your face. People say no. But if you are dedicated and you love what you do, you'll keep going, especially if you know it is a God call on your life. No matter what area you're in, whether you are in front of the camera or behind, you stay focused and you put the right things on the inside. What's in you will come out. So if you fill yourself with foolishness all day long, when you need to give an answer or you're at a crossroads, foolishness is going to come out if that's all you fed yourself. If you've never listened to the music of God or the things of God, if you haven't studied the word, if you didn't wake up and meditate at least on one scripture, I'm not talking about a whole chapter, just one, just to carry you through the day. Then if somebody step on your toe, you're going to cuss them out or punch them in the face. You know what I mean? You
are speaking straight truth. I'm sitting here just like, I agree. I agree.
Yeah. What you are a reflection. You are a reflection of your private time with God, or lack thereof. If a person gets on stage, you know when you feel the anointing off them. You're like, dang, that person must really, you know when they spend time with God. And then you know when it's antics. You know when people have a button that they turn on just because they're talented. You know what I mean? I can do this just because I've been doing it this long. I know how to do it. I know when to, you know what I mean, and move the crowd and all that kind of stuff. But when a person's heart shows, like, I think a good example of that for me is like Kiki and Tasha Cobbs. Those two chicks are so anointed. And you know that they love God. And I'm not saying that they're perfect and they get everything right. No, right. None of us are. Right. But when they stand before the people, there's always a purity and an honesty. And plus, they can just sing so doggone good. But if you can sing good and you don't have that God thing, whether you call it oil or whatever, everybody's like, they got the oil. I have a problem with the new verbiage of today. I'll admit it. Girl, you got the girl, she ain't had no oil. Can't we just say they was anointed? We don't want to say that?
Right.
Say that?
Right.
No, okay.
They're
sorry.
Just blessed.
They're just blessed.
They're blessed. Just leave it at that. They are blessed. Just like you are blessed.
Oh, thank you.
And I am so happy that you took the time to sit and talk with us at MusicXclusives TV. Yay. It's just a pleasure.
Thank you.
I cannot wait to see you perform.
I'm excited.
I don't even believe that you get nervous. For what?
I do.
Really?
Yes.
And what do you do about that?
I sit and I go, okay, God has equipped you. You have everything you need to be everything that you need. Your voice is in tune. Your body is in tune. The Holy Spirit is speaking with you. And you're going to be awesome tonight.
And so that is what you will be.
Amen.
2 of our viewers, we asked our viewers to write in. And we chose people, one person from Instagram and one person from Facebook. Our Instagram person Andy is a fan 301.
Okay.
Wants to know, are you working on your next album?
No, I am not. I just released this one, and so this is what my energy is all poured into. Help 2.0.
Okay, and our fan from Facebook, Miss Donna B, wants to know, where do you get your sound from?
Gosh, that's a complex question. I guess it would be a combination of growing up and loving my mom's voice, and growing up in church, and the music that we could only listen to gospel. So it was a lot of the Hawkins and the Winans and James Cleveland and Milton Brunson and the Thompson Community Choir.
I grew up listening to that.
Yeah, so it was all that, and for me, gospel music was fun and alive, and these voices were amazing, and it was what let me know that's what I wanted to do.
Well, thank you for answering their question. Thank you everyone for watching. This is Erica Campbell. I am Tabitha Williams, and once again, you are watching MusicXclusives TV. Now, be sure to check out our website to get more information on Miss Erica Campbell, her Instagram, and where to follow her. And you can follow me as well. And thank you once again for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.